Okay, morning everyone. So my name is Claire Giacobbe and I'm the founder and director of a company called Style. So I'm a stylist and an image consultant. And what is that? What does that mean? So I basically style people in body shape, clothing for colours, and really work with them to see sort of how confident they feel in their bodies. It could be that somebody wants an outfit for an occasion. It could be somebody wants a total restyle. And for those of you that watch any fashion programs, the likes of Guan and 10 Years Younger are kind of the similar sort of areas that I'm working in at the moment. So haven't always been a personal stylist and an image consultant. So my background is community investment. So I've recently started this business and previously worked for a company called Osborne. And before that worked for Mars Wrigley Confectionery, which was probably my biggest learning and development, I would say, within a job role. Has really taught me a lot and set me up for success. Hence why I'm now running my own business, really. So I feel that they really gave me the tools and set me up to do something like this because it was very entrepreneurial. So today's session is about dressing for success, dressing for an interview, and that can be online or face-to-face. I'm also going to include a little bit around personal branding and what that means for you when you're selling yourself either at an interview or you're trying to get business in. I'm going to do a little piece on elevator pitch and we're going to do a little exercise on that. First impressions. How long do you think it takes for someone to make a first impression on you? So it doesn't actually take that long to make a first impression on you. So when we talk about first impressions, we're talking about when you first meet that person, they're already making an impression on you. And whatever you said in that 7 seconds is going to be with them for the next 30 seconds. That's all they're going to kind of remember and take away from you. So communication style, when we're in front of a person, whether it's interview or we're doing some sort of selling for our businesses, it's normally 7% words, 38% tone, and 55% body language. So this is what you're giving away as soon as you walk into an interview space or as soon as you sit down in front of your screen for an interview. So what do we mean by body language? That's your facial expressions, your eye contact, your posture and how you're sitting, movement, clothing, tattoos, jewelry, hair, makeup, and what you're carrying, whether you've got briefcase, notebook or whatever. They're all of the things that people are going to remember from your body language. So when we step into that first space, whether it's face-to-face or on Zoom, and these do apply for on video too. So first impressions, people will be checking if you're face-to-face, your hygiene. Do you smell good? Do you smell bad? Are your fingernails clean? For women, I would say if you're going to go to an interview, if you're painting your nails, make sure they are painted and not chipped, or just remove the nail varnish. They're looking for what you're wearing. What sort of an impression are you giving? Have you got the right outfit on? And we'll go on to outfit in a bit more detail as we go through the slides. Was you on time? Were you there 15 minutes early? Were you there 10 minutes early? All of these things are going to make an impression. So if you're even on Zoom sitting in the waiting room 15 minutes early, that's going to give a first impression of you. If you're down in reception 15 minutes early before your interview, that's going to give a good first impression, because whoever greets you in that first instance and asks you to sign in could communicate back that, if you were late, that you were late, that would be passed on. If you were on time, I'm sure that will be passed on as well. So these are all things to remember. In the current climate, obviously, we're not doing handshakes at the moment. So I've just put the fist bump there. You could do the fist bump, you can do the elbow, or you can actually just nod head and just say, I'm not sure what we're going to do here, and just make a kind, friendly gesture. I've put smile there on with a mask because actually at the moment, if you are going in somewhere face to face, guaranteed you're going to have to wear a mask at the moment. So just be mindful of that. You can actually see that people are smiling under their mask, and your eyes will tell if you're smiling as well. So again, try not to hide behind your mask and make the impression that you are sort of grinning and smiling, but do remember to smile. And obviously if it is on Zoom as well, all of these first impressions do make an impact. So understanding dress code. So it is obvious really when you're going for an interview. Don't wear any logos. I wouldn't recommend wearing shorts or showing off your bare midriff like you're going off to the beach. No jeans. Remember to switch off your mobile phone. Trainers, again, not recommended, and I will go into a bit more detail on clothing. Keep your hair tied back and minimize what you're wearing jewelry wise, because jewelry is quite a big one really. If you're gonna have loads of bracelets, dangly earrings like I'm wearing today, they can distract you and they can distract the interviewer as well. So if your bangles are clinging on the desk, or like me, my earrings sometimes get stuck in my hair, things like this will be distracting and it will make us feel uncomfortable. So just be mindful of the outfits that you are choosing. So face-to-face interviews, there's two examples here for male and female, and what is recommended that you should wear. So for males, suits are recommended, not necessary, if not necessary all the time, but if you wanted to wear a shirt and a tie, that is acceptable too. If you don't feel comfortable in a suit, I would say don't wear a full suit, because again, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable while you're sitting for that amount of time. If it's restricting and you don't feel good about yourself, it's not going to work. So be as smart as you can, maybe just with a shirt and tie. For women, again, a suit is absolutely fine, but shirts, a nice blouse, something colourful is absolutely fine too. The main thing in an interview is to feel comfortable yourself, and wearing something that makes you feel good is going to boost your confidence and it's going to set you up for success from the start of the day. If you're wearing something that's really restricted or too small for you, you're going to just focus on that throughout the whole interview. And that is face to face and on Zoom as well, because if you think on Zoom, you're going to be sitting for possibly up for 2 hours in one place. So again, sitting in something that's too tight is going to make you feel uncomfortable. Video calls. You've probably heard people saying they're dressing for Zoom from the top upwards. I wouldn't recommend it. You want to feel the best that you can, and if you're on a video call doing an interview, you want to feel like you're at that interview, and your clothes are going to make you feel confident and reflect how you feel. So if you put in an outfit that makes you feel good from head to toe and not just the top half, you're going to be feeling that feeling of, this is a real interview. Not only that, if your doorbell rings or you need to stand up for any time, you're going to then reveal what you're wearing on your bottom half. So if you are wearing tracksuit bottoms, what is the potential employer going to think of you that actually you couldn't be bothered to even get dressed that morning? So just think about what you're putting on. Now, backgrounds on Zoom is important too. So you can play around with these functionalities and change your background, or I would recommend just blurring your background. If you do, for example, what these ladies have done, you become to be very busy. People are going to focus on what's in your background and not necessarily be listening to you. The same goes to whatever is behind you. So if you've got, for example, a messy bookshelf that looks like this, people are going to home in on what's your book or what's on your bookshelf. What do you have available, you know, what books are you reading, what, and they're going to start to be nosy behind you. Same goes for hanging up washing as well. If you've got your items, and I know this has happened before when I've been on a Zoom call with someone and she's had a bra hanging behind her, and all I could do was focus on the bra. So you have to really, you know, be mindful of it. Just move your laptop around your room and just see where the best light is, see what's behind you at the moment. You know, I've got blank canvas behind me, I haven't even got a picture up on the wall. But just be mindful of what is behind you, and what people are going to start homing in, because whatever's behind you is starting to tell a bit about your personality too. So dressing for success. Let me just move this screen. So dressing for success and making yourself feel at your best will really boost your self-confidence. Now, I've touched on this. And when we're talking about dressing for success and boosting your confidence, it's not just for an interview. This works on a daily basis as well. So you hear people talking about throughout lockdown, all I've done is stayed in my pajamas, all I've done is stayed in my loungewear. And actually, they're now connecting that scientifically to your well-being. So people that feel, you know, in that mindset of I don't want to get dressed today, that then carries on their mindset. So choosing what you know, a good outfit, or boosting your confidence even by item of jewelry or putting on your best shirt, will make you feel good. So you know, it's important to start doing that mindset change and really be thinking about what you're putting on that makes you feel good. There is a bit of an exercise, a bit of homework I'm going to give you at the end, but you know, studies are proving that if we dress well, it increases our performance and heightens other people's impressions of us. So it is important to do that. So dressing for success. And I've heard in the past when people talk about going to an interview and wearing dark colours, wearing greys, wearing blacks, that may not be your personality. And if it's not in your personality, if you're a person that wears bright colours, you're not going to feel like you if you're just dressing because you think it's a corporate way to dress. So really think about colors that you're choosing as well. So this is just an example here of what colors actually, when you wear these colors, what they can show about you and your personality. So you've got a bit there around black and being powerful. You've got a bit about grey, but actually when you think about the colors, all sorts of things come about. So yellow, joy, cheeriness, friendliness. Blue, stability, calm, confident. Green, and if you know this about you, and you know, I share this slide deck with you, if you know some of these color influences, if you wear them, you're going to know in your mind, actually, if I'm wearing blue, I'm going to try and feel calmer, and it's all in the mindfulness and how you're setting yourself up for the day. If you want to give a good impression and you want to be that confident person, then dress in red. You know, I often dress in red when I'm doing a presentation. If I know that I've got to get on stage and do something, I'll choose something red because it makes me feel good. So again, as you can see, their personal experiences change, you know, changing their emotional state with the sense of dress. So whatever you're dressing in that for that day or for, you know, that moment, and please don't ever think about keeping things for best anymore, because I think all of that has gone out of the window. Let's try and wear whatever's in our wardrobe that makes us feel good. Okay, it makes us feel empowered, and it can also act as an armor. And you know, putting on these clothes is your armor, so you can start to shield negativity and bad feelings about you. So I do know that while I've been doing this, and while I've been styling people, people have actually given me their feedback that actually they feel so good about themselves now, knowing what to wear. And one lady actually says to me, I dress in power every day. And she had a bit of a disconnection with the color red. And years ago, someone had told her, you know, why are you wearing red? So now, and she feels confident, she knows it's one of her colors, she will wear red and yellow all of the time. And for example, on Friday, she was going to, she had to present, and it was quite a sort of a big community event. And just before, the night before, she said, "This is my outfit," and it had red in it. And she said, "What do you think?" I said, "You know, absolutely." And she said, "I feel good when I put it on." I said, "If you feel good when you wear it, you're going to feel good while you're presenting. So make sure that, you know, you wear that outfit." And it was a success, and you know, she really enjoyed it. So just goes to show you her connection with clothes now is making a big impact on how she feels empowered every day. So just a bit of a guideline here. And like I said before, when you're on these interview calls, or, you know, going to an interview, you know, we know that the first couple of things, you know, we feel is that stress. It's the stress of the unknown. Our heartbeats race, you know, we might sweat. So whatever you're wearing is gonna show that on the outside. Okay, so wearing clothes that fit you, I've already talked about. So it needs to be comfortable, and, you know, forget about sizing. Let's just park sizing doesn't matter. It's what makes you feel good and what you're comfortable in. So find something that is well fitted to your body shape. Okay, dress for the season as well. So if you turn up at an interview and it's, say, 20 degrees outside, and you've got a heavy thick black suit on, number one, you're going to sweat and you're going to feel uncomfortable if they haven't got air conditioning in the room. But also, you know, it's not reflecting the season. If it's summer, you need to be reflecting the season as well. Again, this is one of those first impression pieces and personal brand that you're trying to sell yourself. And obviously dress for the occasion. So if it is an interview situation, and this is what we're talking about here today, don't dress like you're going to the beach. Don't dress that you're going to the supermarket. It needs to be in line. And then you can, you know, you can have a look at their website and get a feel for that, what their culture is, and you know, what some of the things, you know, from their pictures that you're getting, what type of a business is it. So just have a look and do that research before you start choosing your outfits.